The Cursed Stitching Circle Horror Story Volume .2. In the quiet village of Briarwood, an old tradition bound the women of the town together, the Women's Stitching Circle. Every Wednesday evening, they would gather at the decaying church hall, stitching quilts, gossiping, and sharing stories. Maggie, a newcomer to the village, had heard whispers about the circle. Some said it was a harmless tradition, while others claimed it was a cult. Curious and eager to meet people, Maggie decided to attend one evening. When she entered the hall, the smell of lavender and old wood filled the air. A circle of women, their faces pale in the dim light, worked silently. Mistress Eleanor, a woman of unknown age, sat at the head, her eyes sharp and calculating. "Join us, dear," she called softly, her smile wide. Maggie sat down, unsure but intrigued, as a woman handed her a needle and thread. At first, it seemed like a regular stitching group, but as she worked, Maggie began to notice something odd. The fabric seemed to shift beneath her fingers, like it was alive, pulsing with energy. The stitches, when she looked away, seemed to change patterns, shifting, shapes warping. Mistress Eleanor's voice cut through the silence. "Do you see it, Maggie? The pattern knows you." Maggie's heart skipped a beat. She looked down, and her needle moved without her control, stitching strange, twisting shapes into the fabric. The other women stopped, their eyes now locked on her. They didn't just watch, they waited. Suddenly, Maggie realized the truth. This was no ordinary stitching circle. The women weren't just sewing quilts, they were weaving souls. Every stitch bound them to something ancient and malevolent, a force that demanded a price for its power. The fabric now formed a grotesque face, its eyes following Maggie's every move. She tried to pull away, but the thread tightened, pulling her fingers into place. Her body was no longer hers. The chanting began, low and guttural. Maggie screamed, but no sound escaped her lips. In the village of Briarwood, there was never mention of those who disappeared into the stitching circle. But every Wednesday evening, the circle would meet again, stitching the lives of the next lost soul into their eternal, cursed quilt.